Calvinism, Anglicanism, the Anabaptists, and the Anti-Trinitarians. He is one of the most influential figures in the history of Christianity. Reformation Day, the anniversary of the day Luther is said to have posted his 95 Theses on the door of the Castle Church in Wittenberg, Germany, October 31, 1517, is celebrated by many Protestants as the beginning of the Reformation. Early life and education. Early life. Soon after Luther's birth, his family moved from Eisleben to the small town of Mansfeld, some 10 miles, 16 kilometers, to the northwest. His father, Hans Luther, who prospered in the local copper refining business, became a town councillor of Mansfeld in 1492. There are few sources of information about Martin Luther's childhood apart from his recollections as an old man. Understandably, they seem to be colored by a certain romantic nostalgia. Luther began his education at a Latin school in Mansfeld in the spring of 1488. There he received a thorough training in the Latin language and learned by rote the Ten Commandments, the Lord's Prayer, the Apostles' Creed, and morning and evening prayers. In 1497 Luther was sent to nearby Magdeburg to attend a school operated by the Brethren of the Common Life, a lay monastic order whose emphasis on personal piety apparently exerted a lasting influence on him. In 1501 he matriculated at the University of Erfurt, at the time one of the most distinguished universities in Germany. The matriculation records describe him as inhabendo, meaning that he was ineligible for financial aid, an indirect testimonial to the financial success of his father. Luther took the customary course in the liberal arts and received the baccalaureate degree in 1502. 3 years later he was awarded the master's degree. His studies gave him a thorough exposure to scholasticism. Many years later, he spoke of Aristotle and William of Ockham as his teachers. Conversion to monastic life. Having graduated from the arts faculty, Luther was eligible to pursue graduate work in one of the 3 higher disciplines, law, medicine, or theology. In accordance with the wishes of his father, he commenced the study of law. Proudly he purchased a copy of the Corpus Juris Canonici, Corpus of Canon Law, the collection of ecclesiastical law texts, and other important legal textbooks. Less than 6 weeks later, however, on July 17, 1505, Luther abandoned the study of law and entered the monastery in Erfurt of the Order of the Hermits of St. Augustine, a mendicant order founded in 1256. His explanation for his abrupt change of heart was that a violent thunderstorm near the village of Stottenheim had terrified him to such a degree that he involuntarily vowed to become a monk if he survived. Because his vow was clearly made under duress, Luther could easily have ignored it. The fact that he did not indicates that the thunderstorm experience was only a catalyst for much deeper motivations. Luther's father was understandably angry with him for abandoning a prestigious and lucrative career in law in favor of the monastery. In response to Luther's avowal,